Hi, this is Steve Hopkins, your head coach, and this is Crisis Within Crisis. Now, if you missed the first video, we're in a three-part series. This is part two, a three-part series about rebuffing setbacks, all right, pivoting from failure, all right. And in the first video, we talked a little bit about laying the foundation, all right, gathering intel about the failure we're coming off of so we can construct the right plan going forward. And that's really what this video here is all about, really determining the shift, like what's the pivot going to be actually, right? And this is just kind of nuts and bolts stuff. Sometimes we really get into this step way before we do step one. And so that's the encouragement, right, is to go into that homework quickly and determine the things that, we want to keep, the things we want to change, what worked, what didn't work, those sorts of things. All right. And really, there's two kind of classifications that typically evolve in this situation. One, we're in a situation where something likely worked a little bit and we're just kind of tweaking the difference there, right? So when we talked about what didn't work, we're kind of tweaking that because some things did work, right? Or we're in a totally different world and it likely is like nothing at all worked, all right? And we are looking at a massive dramatic change and pivot, all right? It could be one of those two things. And so when we get in that situation, one, we want to find out which of those it is, because if we think about delivering, if we think about shipping a solution, right, coming up with a plan and enacting the plan, we're either going to determine that we are still kind of searching for anything close to the right outcome, like we have so much work to do, that first thing just blew up in our face, and we're trying to still find the solution, or we're optimizing the solution, all right, kind of going back to that first option. Something worked, we're tweaking the rest. Knowing which one of those two buckets you're involved in will really create a different outcome in this planning stage, all right? Dramatic versus tweaking, okay? Again, knowing for sure what we have to tweak is certainly important, all right? But it takes a totally different mindset. Clearing the whiteboard off for dramatic change and say, we have to come up with a whole new team, or we have to talk to that market in an entirely different way. They didn't respond whatsoever. We know something's out there, but they didn't respond, right? As opposed to, okay, keep this plus change this. We'll give this another try, all right? And so that becomes very, very important discussion. Again, you can do all this at speed, but we just don't want to act too quickly. We want to, again, analyze a little bit. We're coming off of video one, where we're really gathering that intel from where we've come from, all right, and then plugging that into this action item and what type of ideation and new ideas are we going to work towards, brand new ones or just some tweaking ones. There's a great saying I love, and this really helps as far as that framework is, it's not about knowing the answers from the onset. That's not what we're talking about. We've already come off a failure, by the way, so we know that's not true. It's really about having an idea and being willing and able to test until you solve it. And go again until you solve it. And the idea we hope for is kind of playing that game. We used to have numbers and color combinations, like change the combination, we're getting warmer, we're getting warmer, we're getting warmer until we hit the bullseye, right? And we might be in a state right now where what we tried just absolutely blew up. And so we have to change all the elements, all right? We got to do it quick. But we can breathe that in and know, okay, we knew we were a long ways off, so let's kind of reconfigure and put something brand new together for that pivot. Again, is this hard work? Very hard work. Why? Because we're already coming off of failure, right? We aren't having to pivot unless we didn't succeed before. And so again, in crisis, we could be tired, we could be demoralized. And so just the fact of coming up with a plan that we think is going to work is very, very hard work, right? But necessary. The next lesson, we'll get to measuring. We're almost to the finish line here, okay? I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.